around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing roaches? Collecting all this money on the roads like I'm homeless. A nigga like me.
Yeah, welcome back. This is Nicardo Media House. Thanks for having you guys again. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the massive support you guys have been giving from that day one video until now. That's like a month and a half now. But yeah, man, this is going to be an epic video. This is going to be a really good one. I'm going to preview the Reggaegirlz game versus Brazil coming up on Wednesday. It's going to be a really good game for the girls. But I want to tell the people them, back home in Jamaica and people them in the diaspora, all over the world. We just want everybody come on board and really support the girls, win, lose or draw. They have been doing something that I've never done in the history of Jamaican football when it comes on to World Cup. Getting 2 clean sheet back to back, winning World Cup games, being the first Caribbean country to go to back FIFA Women World Cup and all of that. It's just been epic, man. It's just been really crazy, just to see a small country like Jamaica doing this. Like, we knew we can do stuff like this, have the talent. It's just that, how to harvest all that talent and put it together and put a system where, the players can play to potential and enjoy themselves, play big games, as you saw a couple days ago against that Panama game. We played France, a real top team in women and even man football. France have one of the best women league in Europe, also in the world. We have a couple players that usually play in France. Bonisha, she used to play for Bordeaux. That's her first, professional team. We have Swaby, the captain, that captain the game against Panama. She had a 1 year stint for PSG. So we had quite a few players, played in the French league. But I just want to tell the people, man, and all the media support, the radio, the TV, everyone need to be getting this game up, give the girls the support. You see, I saw a video like a watch party, that was in Kingston, where I don't know how people get there, what was the invitation like to get there. But it was like a watch party. I think it was like in a hotel or something like that in Kingston, where people sit and watch that Panama game. We need things like that, need videos like that be going around, the girls going to see it and they're going to be really motivated to see that, people really lock in, people support, see it doesn't matter the consequence, either we win, either we draw or we lose, we need to support the girls because they have been doing something really good. This is like an inspiration for most young girls in Jamaica. Like, yo, I would love to do things like this. I would love to be a professional woman player. I would like to represent Jamaica. These are the things that young girls, will get from this, especially if we can beat a team like Brazil. I give you a story. Back in 2007 when I was just about to graduate from primary school, the ICC Cricket World Cup was playing. It was in the Caribbean, and Jamaica was one of the host country that gonna have a couple of games, and just by getting tickets, just to attend the game as a youth around at like around 12, 13 at the time, just by seeing Brian Lara, players like that, Shivna and Shana Paul, it motivate me like, yo, I would love to do things like this. So, yeah, so things like this, can help inspire the next generation of girls, even in 1998, it inspired a lot of youths. What really inspired me even to play football was even that Brazil 2002 World Cup, where they won that World Cup. That really motivated me and say, I would love to play football. I really like this sport. But the fate of Group F of the FIFA Women's World Cup, will be decided on Wednesday. All four squad in Group F are in action at the same time. With Brazil taking on Jamaica in Melbourne. Jamaica has a 4 point so far in the group, while Brazil only has 3. But Jamaica can advance to the knockout round with a draw. While Brazil clear a spot would arrive with a victory. Because they are the favorites. They are a bigger team. They rank higher than us. Brazil has a tremendous urgency to win this match in order to advance. But Brazil has advanced to the knockout stages in each of the past 6 World Cup tournaments. That included a 4-0 win over Panama with, Brazil. They really dominated that game. They had 32 shot and 10 shot on goal. Also Jamaica performed well in a draw against France and a win over Panama. But Jamaica is in a strong position to qualify for the knockout round. They only need a draw, but it's going to be a really tough game coming up against this Brazilian team. Back to the video. Yeah, man. We played Brazil on Wednesday in Sydney. That game going to be a really banger. Brazil is a really good team. They're going to come at us hard. Their last game they played, they lost against France. It was a really disappointing game after trailing early in the game and after chasing the game from first to 90 minute, and they got a goal and they pulled back one and equalized, but they gave up a silly goal in the end. The French captain Wendy Renard, scored one from the back post, a ball that crossed from a ball that was taken from a corner. It was a set piece, so. But coming to this game, as the Reggae Girlz, from that Panama game, I would love to see Tiffany Cameron still in the right back position. I would take out Trudy Carter. Trudy Carter have a poor game against Panama, and she couldn't manage to get in pace with the game. I don't know what went wrong for Trudy Carter, but she had some really good set piece that she took in that game. I think China Matthews would be a good fit on that right side with Khadija Bonisha coming in back in the game. Jody Brown, I would love to see Jody Brown on that left hand side. Atlanta Premiums, I'd love to see her linking up back and forth with Bonnie and that and in the midfield. You're going to have Samson and Joe Spence, but it's going to be really key coming up against Brazil team with especially with both wingers. You need both wingers with pace, can take on players 1v1 as this Brazil team, both fullbacks like to push up because both of Brazil wingers naturally like to play inverted, so they like to come in and create. So their wing backs will use all those spaces on the flank, so it's going to be key on how we stop this Brazil team. But we have to go in this game really prepare mentally, not because we need 1 point to qualify for the round of 16. If you go in a game against a Brazil, try to defend all your life and try to draw the game, more likely, they're going to dismantle you probably in the first half. This is how good this Brazil team was. The French team make it look easy because they stop Brazil from playing their football and let Brazil play the game that they want to play. That fast end-to-end energy game. Brazil is a team naturally like to build up slowly from the back and carry the ball in the midfield and, let the wingers and attackers do all the damage up front. So we're going to have to get Drew Spence on the ball. Drew Spence is going to have to be really sharp coming in this game because Brazil is going to high press us. I know they're going to high press us, and getting the ball on both wings with Jody Brown and whoever played on that right side. As I said, I would love to see China Matthew come in for Trudy Carter. It's going to be really key when Bonisha drop in that number 10 and linking up players, just to come for the ball and try to turn. I would like to see even 1 or 2 players try to run in that open space because, when you run in open channels off defender shoulders, there can be a panic attack. If you play that one ball that can cut through the defenders and whoever is running off the shoulder can get that, it will create damage. And, we're going to have to need to take our chance. Whenever we get a chance, we're not going to get many chances against this Brazil team. I can tell you that. So whenever we create that chance, we're going to need to score. That's so crucial it's going to be just by creating one chance. But Bonisha going to need it in this game. She's going to be that vital piece that link up all the attacking plays. And I know that they're going to double team her. So it's up to us, to create an extra body around her so we can always have an outlet whenever she get double team. She can always, pass a 5-10 yards ball and that person can even switch the ball because we're going to have players open because you're going to have players in the midfield trying to double team. You're going to have defenders as a Lauren or Rafaela sometime, straight out in deep ocean just by trying to stick with Bonisha. And, players can run in those space, it's just up to us how we play this Brazil team. They're very skillful. But if we leave them with a lot of space, both wingers just gonna just create and damage us. But I'm going and discuss this game. This Brazil team. They in the last two games I watched. They played a 4-4-2 system. It's very kind of unique. They have a Swedish coach. Pia Sunday. She likes to play that 4-4-2. Very creative. Wingers coming in as inverted, coming to the central area and strikers drifting wide and leave space for midfielders and wingers can run into those channels. But it's going to be crucial. This Brazil team is very versatile. Their wingers and the strikers, they don't really stay in natural position. They like to drift in open areas. So going in this game, we going to be really focused and not to try to run at each player we see open, but just try to cover each space as a group, do everything collectively, so we don't leave enough space. Both wingers, they're going to tuck in and try to overload that middle, so they already have Caroline and Luana in that middle, who playing that double pivotal in that 4-4-2. So Borges and Adriana, they both ladies going to tuck in so they can create because they are the one that in the midfield who create. There's not any creative sparks really in this Brazil team in the midfield. Luana, she's a ball winner. Caroline is more like a number 10, number 8, box to box. She's not really that creative force. So that's why they have both wingers who really skillful, gonna take the ball from them in the middle of the pitch and create. And when when Eric Borges and Adriana, tuck in, they have a time when both strikers, Debina, is it that Jaise, any one of them who played up front with Debina, they always drift wide. When one drift wide, one of the wingers going to run in that channel, and Caroline, who is that box to box, going to give that late run, and they always give that winger that striker the ball, and sometimes they put that ball in the box, and you will find 3-4 Brazil player running from deep. So sometimes it's really hard to mark this Brazil team. This Brazil team is really good. Like, this is one of the best Brazil team they said ever, like, prepare for a World Cup. Most of them can play in different positions. Caroline played in the midfield. She can play it as a number 10. She can play it as a striker. She can play as any winger. Ari Borges and Adriana can play it as a number 9, a floater around the box, So thanks for watching. This is Nicardo Media House. Peace out.
In the city life, I'm feeling so alive. Drifting around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing roaches?